Hello and welcome back to TEW 2016 Branding Solutions, and obviously this is my rebirth or continuation of what we started all the way back in the summer. And today we are back on Raw, and we're back to the pre-show because we might as well start with the people I need to give a little boost to. So we start with the New Day 3, which is Xavier Woods and Rocky Romero beating Crime Time. This is, I just need to boost Rocky and Xavier together. So that's the start. And now we have Ty Dillinger versus Jinder Mahal. Just want to push Ty Dillinger a little bit, so I gave him a win. And what I did, I promoted a few of my developmental stars, or potential stars, just to have some matches with the people who weren't really on the cards tonight. And we started with Evan Bourne versus Cody Hall. A nice simple win. Not a brilliant match, let's be honest, but it gives Cody Hall a bit of pre-match or main roster experience, and Evan Bourne a win. We also did the Social Outcasts versus Angelo Dawkins and Colby Corino. Again, two people who aren't big yet. I want to give Heath Slater a little bit of a boost, so we started with this. And finally I gave Big Cass an easy win over No Way Jose. Simple, everything's been said. You know what these are just promoting the talent. And last pre-match I made Kofi Kingston defeat Chris Sabin. I thought these two could have good chemistry, so I thought we'd see what we'd get out of them. And we kick off the show with Dean Ambrose in the ring, reminding Kurt Angle that he has beaten Dolph Ziggler, Roman Reigns, and well, Chris Jericho didn't even make their match because of the injury he received. Dean asked Kurt, "Why do you think you're the guy that's going to stop me when you haven't even done anything since winning that gold medal?" Kurt responds by saying, "You beat everyone here, and I beat everyone else around the world. I might as well take that belt back around my waist where it really belongs." Dean responds with, "That's cute, Kurt, but tonight you're going through one of your toughest opponents ever, Samoa Joe. And we'll see how you feel about that match, old man, to whether you get this title match you so desire." 91, it's a great promo. We start the matches of the show with Jey Uso beating Epico, building up to the tag team match. Of course, we don't need to say too much about that. And then we have Big Cass and Enzo cutting a promo on the Shining Stars, describing how they're going to finally be the ones to stop their reign of boredom, as they're calling it, with their Money in the Bank. They just gotta watch their backs. Next up, we have Adrian Neville defeating Alex Shelley. This is the Making an Impact storyline, which will eventually be made potentially for the TV title at the next pay-per-view. Neville's going to be very strong in this, I believe, so he needs to beat a couple of the guys. Then you have to look at where we're going next. We have Kevin Owens laughing off the threat of Justin Gabriel, and that's just where Kevin Owens does what he does best. You know what's coming. He wants to scare his opponent before the match. We know he's going to look great in this. At 83 says that. Then we have the Ascension getting a big win over the Ring Kings. The Ascension aren't the best team, shall we say, but sometimes they are good to try and promote the next team. So this is where the next section comes from. Obviously we have an injury. The New Day chased the Ascension off the beatdown of the Ring Kings, which the injury has played into really well. So that's a good continuation. Del Rio took the Wyatts to the ring to take on the Perfect Athletes, proving that they're going to be superior against Dolph Ziggler when that match eventually happened at the next pay-per-view. And after the match, Dolph Ziggler wasn't having anything, attacks Del Rio, puts him through a table, sending the message that he will be the one winning. Now this match was just a little bit of an experiment. I had two storylines. I've got the IC title, which is triple threat, and I got Roderick versus Miz, which is also three-way. So I put Sami Zayn and Big E together, Roderick and Justin Gabriel, and Kevin Owens and the Miz. I just threw them out to see who would win. It didn't really bother me too much who won. This was designed solely to just have all of them in a match, and a 75 proved just how good that really was of a match. So there's some potential in both of these storylines. Backstage, Samoa Joe explains to Renee Young just why he's been attacking Roman Reigns, and that he wants to be the only one known as the Samoan Bulldozer. No, the Samoan Submission Machine even, which is why I've kept this going. A 71 shows that he's doing really well, because he's rating it. His popularity isn't as good as Roman Reigns. And punishment for Dolph Ziggler for his attack on Alberto is actually having to face Roman Reigns, who beats him in 11.5 minutes. It's kind of what you're waiting to see. Good match, potential future match maybe, but two faces isn't going to really send the crowd home happy. Now this was my main event, which I'm slightly disappointed with. Kurt Angle defeats Samoa Joe by submission. During the match, Roman Reigns distracted Samoa Joe. So that's continued. I wanted a better match. These two have had phenomenal matches through the years, and I thought this could have been their big one. The main event, that's quite poor. But afterwards, Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns fight to the back in absolute brawl. Dean Ambrose comes out and attacks Kurt Angle, locking on the ankle lock, refusing to let it go, and a 95 is an absolutely brilliant rating. So we'll see how the show was rated. It's a 78. We're always losing popularity, so I'm not too worried. If you look at the ratings, the matches generally got better. So, well, apart from the angle, but they start quite weak on the pre-50s, and then they get better. So we'll go back to the main screen and see what news we have. And we've made it back to the main screen, so we'll just see what the overall rating of Raw was. They struck gold. Let's see how bad the injury was. He'll be out for about a month, which isn't devastating really. These two both would. When it comes to decisions, it's just renewing contracts really. Nothing too important. Pay rise, okay, 50. She'll be annoyed, but I don't care. Okay, we'll just look at the storyline to see how they've progressed. Not too good. That's probably the highlight of the show. Rebuilding a New Day's struggling. That's always going to be a bit weaker. That's coming along nicely. That's gone down a bit. Up a bit, I think. That's the highlight. Definitely the highlight. On the creative meeting, we have Who is Hot? Roman, Cody, Kaz, Oblivion, and Jey Uso. Simple enough. And I think that will cover everything for this show. And we will head back for the next show, which will be SmackDown. I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you next time.